Let's get back to the Farlands or bust. Let's get back to the Farlands or bust. Shall we? For your October 5th, 2023. As you can see, we're up to $1,900 raised for direct relief. We had some donations. Doc Gratis with $50, Anonymous with $39, and myself, as promised. At the end of last month, we had 711 subscribers. I said I would donate that to our charity, and I did. $711. To Direct Relief Charity. Wishing I had spaced that out a bit more, given that the next day I had to take Juno for her doggy dental work, which is more than that. You ask yourself a question when you donated. I did not, but the girlfriend provided me with a question. In lieu, the girlfriend wife. I don't know what to do with that yet. Asked a question that I will get to here. Where to put it? That's fine. Oh, who's ready to continue? Who is ready to continue with your woofs? Woof! Wolfie's ready. As are we. That piece of cobblestone kind of scared me a little bit, but then I recalled that I placed it. So, it's fine. Let's grab Wolfie. Let's dust off our golden pants and continue west. Golden? These are diamond pants. Yeah, for some reason, Twitch thinks that today is my partner anniversary, when forever I've been saying it's the 3rd, because that's when I got the email that the contract had been signed back in 2011 with Justin TV. Maybe it took them a few days to actually flick the switch on the partnership thing back then, since it was only ad revenue share and it wasn't, there were no subs or nothing. Oh. You got the notification yesterday? I think we're still sticking with the 3rd. We're still sticking with the 3rd. That's what it is. What happened to my shears? Oh, there they are. Look at all these pleasant areas of suspended peninsulitude. Alright, I'm just gonna get right to it. The girlfriend had a question. This is a donation from the JMac household. I think she's referring to the 7-Eleven. If you could design a tree, tell us what the tree would look like and its other characteristics. Does it have fruit? Is it poisonous? What's that leaf look like? Etc. Draw a picture of it. I don't know that she's ever watched an episode or a stream. I can't just start drawing pictures of trees. Also, this is the whole rotate a cow in your mind thing. Picture a tree. I mean, I see a Minecraft tree, so that's what I'm picturing. Wolfie? Oh. Maybe you guys should answer this in chat. Group design and tree. I'll have to say it should not have sap. Based on my experience, our experience with all the trees around here and the horrible things they do to our cars and the ground and our shoes and Juno. Well, no sap or any sort of liquid residue that ends up all over the area of the tree. And now one of our trees is... It has a very conveniently hook-shaped branch that's kind of dangling down. And somehow it is hooked onto our power line. And it's like there. It's like kind of supporting the power line. So instead of just going directly to our house, it goes up to the tree and then up to our house. We called the power company, but all they do is take a message, and we haven't heard back. So we'll see. Now they employ the tree. Yeah, can we get paid since the tree is on our property? Speaking of trees, here's a tree, a floating tree. I designed it, formed it in our brain, and conjured it. He is resin. There it is. That's the tree. I should take a picture of it for posterity. Postera tree. I can't picture things in my brain, but I can bring them into the real world. It is a gift and a curse. A tree has been drawn. Yeah, maybe a floating tree. Its leaves are sacs that fill with helium or hydrogen or something lighter than air. And there's so many of them that it lifts off the ground and goes into the clouds. And then that's how it gets water, is it's just taking the water vapor from the clouds. There, I've designed a tree. We were watching a thing about the giant redwoods in California. Like, redwoods in general aren't supposed to get that tall. But they do on the California coast. And they're still not entirely sure why, but the hypothesis is that not only do they take water and nutrients from the roots in the ground, but because they're on the California coast, it always has that marine fog layer of low clouds. So they actually have like some roots in their upper part of their tree, because otherwise there's no way that they could draw enough water up to go 400 feet or however tall they are. And then they actually take their water through the like roots and coming off of their branches. Take a little sip. Take a little up on of that California mist. Well, that's pretty cool. I didn't know about that before. Because, yeah, like, we have redwoods around here, but they'll never grow that big because they don't have that marine layer of fog that they can branch up to. I just think they're neat. Yeah, I'm gonna say a helium-filled tree. I'm just going alien here. I'm going far out, man. Far out, man. My floating tree needs a name. Magicus block of Trius. That's the scientific name. The common name is the balloon fern. Balloon fern? Balloon tree. I wonder if that would have prevented, if there were like floating trees, it prevented the development of flight, air travel, as a safe way to travel. Let's go to sleep. You need some sort of tree avoidance system. You gotta fly above or below the trees. They own this layer in the stratosphere. Dirtigible. And then, and then when fall comes, it literally means fall, because then trees just start falling out of the sky at maximum velocity. Boy, I think that would probably not do good things for the development of any such life on the planet. Maybe that's why we don't have floating trees. Perhaps that's why. tree would need a way to adjust its buoyancy somehow. Well, it's the number of leaves. If it gets up too high, then there's not enough atmosphere. So then it starts losing some leaves, which lowers it down, which then there's enough atmosphere and water in the clouds, so it balances it out. It's simple evolution. Gosh, this completely fictional tree. Can't you obviously see how it works?
Hey! Get off my sugar! Bad beat! Bad! Ow! Ow! Oh, they're defending themselves somehow!
Omukami, thank you for 83 months in the subtub. Much appreciated. Subtub? What if the ground we live on is actually being held in the air by all the trees and now we've never noticed? Quite a theory. Ooh. Whoa. So here's a question. What's a thing you know and or have recently learned that a lot of other, like the vast majority of other people, like, don't know? I'm trying to word this wrong. Basically, the thing that I recently learned that makes sense now that I think about it, but it's certainly not taught in schools, it's taught incorrectly in schools, is like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, whatever, everybody's like, oh, you know, if you lived in the Pharaoh times, the life expectancy was just like 40 years, right? So, of course, everybody's getting married when they're 12 and whatever's going on. But that's wrong? The human life expectancy, lifespan, has always been about the same. As far as, like, humans can live up to, like, 60, 70, 80 years old. It is calculated wrongly. But then it's all... for the longest time, I'm like, yeah, people back in the day only lived until they were 50 or something like that. But yeah, the reason that the life expectancy back then is like 40 or 50 or 35 or whatever is because of the infant mortality rate. Like, if you made it past 5 years old, you were probably going to live, or 10 years old, you're probably going to live until you're 50, 60, maybe 70 years old. There's plenty of old people back in those days. But yeah, I mean, even in school, it was taught as to me anyway, like fact that like people didn't live as long as they do now. I mean, they like on a scale of like 10 years maybe. But that makes it sound like the oldest person in the world back in 1473 was like 51 years old. But yeah, no. So okay, it maybe I was late to learning this because it seems like a lot of you are wise. The truth. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the whole Christopher Columbus story that was taught in school was like everybody told him he was gonna fall off the world. We're hip to the facts, Daddy-o. Emo Warner found out that the location map of the tongue, oh, like where the flavors are, is bunk. Oh, right, yeah, I mean, all those kids were dying from stuff that we have cures and vaccines of now, like measles, although you gotta have to take these vaccines, and polio. I get increasingly bitter about the lies taught to children. Yeah, I'm just curious. I'm curious what they're teaching nowadays. I'm curious. Not curious enough to like ask a kid, but let's not be silly. Oh, right through those leaves. Helium leaves. Well, that old Hank Green is going off on tuberculosis. Tuberculosis still kills like 1.5 million people every year, even though it's 100% curable. Or not Hank, John. Isn't it John who's doing the tuberculosis thing? Getting Johnson & Johnson to allow their patent on the drug to go public domain. I get the two confused all the time. The girlfriend wife doesn't know about John. She's she only thinks the one brother exists. Because that was like we only watched like the SciShow and stuff. And she was like we were following along when he was going through his cancer treatment. True. I'm like, that's what I was explaining. I'm like, John is on YouTube, but he's more like, his big thing is being an author and like having movies made of his books and stuff. Sheep. Oh, that sheep is wet. Don't get me started on the Pledge of Allegiance. Does it just say, like, it's the partner anniversary? I think it, I mean, it said it to me. I guess it does say it to everybody. But there was, I subscribed to Climate Town on Patreon. And in their little newsletter thingy, they went on about, today I learned that Kurt's partner anniversary is actually the 5th and not the 3rd. That's what they want you to believe. But the Pledge of Allegiance was invented to sell flags. Literally. This is probably a spawner. Oh, it's a spawner. I don't know if I trust it, though. Looks like it's a real pain in the butt. But yeah, these two dudes, these old-timey dudes, had like a magazine, but they also sold American flags as a side gig to make money. But nobody was buying American flags, because once they had one, they had one. So they came up with the Pledge of Allegiance that every school should say. And you have to say it in front of a flag. So now suddenly, your school only having a flag wasn't enough. Every classroom had to have a flag. Now flag sales are through the roof. And it went through many evolutions. Not just the under God thing that was added in the 50s. To really test your whether or not you're a commie. Who does or doesn't believe in God. But it used to just say, I pledge allegiance to my flag. And like, that was it. But then they added to the flag. Just to make sure you weren't pledging allegiance to like a non-United States flag. And then they just added the whole of the United States of America, just to specify everything. Oh, I fell in! I fell in the spawner. Fine. It's fine. I'm good. Alright, how do I take care of this from the inside? Not like this. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. I don't think there's any zombies out here that I need to worry about. This is fine. Oh, this isn't fine. This is not fine. Okay, I'm fine. Listen, I've got diamond pants on. Give me that block. Dang you, floating point. Ah! How dare you? Whoop, mute, mute, mute everybody. Oh, that's wrong again. Oh, I'm getting there. I did it. Sort of. Where is this water coming from? Seriously? Really? Ugh, this is giving me nauseous. Now, what sort of bamboozlery is happening? Got a leak. Hey, it was going down, then it came back up. I did it. Maybe. Somebody's wet. Ah! It's fine. It's good. We're all good. There better be something good in this chest. Well, good enough to blow things up, I suppose. I'm gonna need that sand. Is there another chest? Oop, that's bad. There is another chest. Ooh, oh, we can doubly blast it. For fun and profit. Alright, let's get out of here somehow. Now we had this before. We had 2 blocks of TNT before. But we messed up the order in which the blasting was to commence. I feel like we probably kind of panicked. Needs a double shot. Well, I want to, like, ignite one, wait a beat, and then ignite the other. And then it might shoot it like a cannon. You know what I mean? That would be fun. So I wonder... if I place one, place a bit of sand, and then place the other. Okay, Wolfie seems to be at a safe distance. That one will fall. The sand will fall. Yeah, light the bottom, then the top. I think this one might be too far away from this explosion to have an effect. But it's worth a shot, I suppose. Alright, who's ready? Alright, I need to make a hasty retreat. I think I can just hit them. I don't even need to light them. Oh. Okay, oh. Yep. Yee! No, that didn't do what I thought it did. I guess TNT cannons aren't a thing in this version of the game. It might need water. Maybe it's water that does the cannon thing. I don't remember. But that's a big old hole. There's a clickbait thumbnail for you.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to TNT_.
TNT_. Oh, I need some beds. Oh, Juno. He's a real fartsmith right now. It's all the soft food I'm having to feed her from her teeth. Getting worked on. Alright, well that was a unnecessarily long distraction. But yeah, Pledge of Allegiances. And did you know the real kicker is, did you know how kids said Pledge of Allegiance up until an honestly way too late 1942? It wasn't their hand over their heart. Their hand was somewhere else. And I'm not joking. Good times. Pig seems to think so. Hawking loogies and toots. The real tootsmith. I am going the wrong way. I got distracted by tea. TNT donated $100. Thank you very much. We're up to 2,000. 2 thundos for direct reliefs. Hawaii wildfire relief. Thank you, TNT. You've been watching since 2011. It'll take 20 years to get to the farlands. But it only took me 12 to get money. So that's 12 years salary going to charity. I think that's what they mean. Dynamite. He's tweezing out the toots. A toothpaste? A tube of toothpaste. He's a tube, alright. Toothpaste is how you clean a trombone. They don't know. They don't know the sort of hours of trombone practice I've been putting in. I'm gonna blast them away. Going straight to the cables. I mean, she did get caught earlier. I need better cable management.
From your spouse?
I've been told that from me. She's bored, everybody. Avoiding the noise. Well, she'll hear about the tree when she watches this stream. The tree! Your question, I answered it. I question you answered. I answered your question. Right! Oh, you want me to fill? You're not gonna watch your loved ones web series of playing Minecraft to hear your question get answered? You can do it immediately. It's on the VOD. I invented a tree that has many leaves that are filled with helium so that it floats into the cloud layer, and that's how it gets its water, is by sucking up the clouds. Well, then that's not a good environment for the tree if there's no clouds. Then it'll obviously lose its buoyancy and fall back down to the earth, and then just get water like a normal ground tree. Obviously. I do put it on YouTube. Hydrogen? Yeah, they could probably make hydrogen. It would. They, yeah.
One like picture.
Flaming trees. There you have it. I invented it. She forgot about the question. She spent $711 to ask that question.
Sure.
She sure did. Mmm. Yeah, the Hindenburg trees. True, if the tree creates helium, then you could farm the trees, and helium wouldn't be rare. I don't know by what chemical process a tree could create helium. Tiny fission reactor inside each leaf, I don't know. Oh, go no! Careful, Wolfie! What in the beans was that even? Okay. I don't even know what happened there. He's fine. Fission, fusion, one of those things makes helium. Oh man, did everybody's vaccine get activated yesterday? At 2:20 p.m. Eastern time?
I don't know what to say. I'm touched.
You're both touched.
Lil Huitos, thank you very much for 72 months in the subtub. Much appreciated, subtub. I mean, the only way I know how to make helium is in a star at the moment. Kurt hasn't died in Farlands or Bust yet. When plutonium decays, it gives off helium. But plutonium is very heavy. We can't have plutonium in our tree. That would kind of negate the whole floating aspect.
I don't know what to say. I'm touched.
You're both touched.
Party hat happy partner anniversary on my sub anniversary. Anniversary.
Anniversary. Partyman LP. 82 months in the subtub. Bezos bucks Twitch Prime. Don't believe him though. My real partner anniversary is the 3rd of October. We already celebrated it by playing 5 hours of desert golfing. No, and then we played 30 minutes of Skate or Don't. The word game was the other day. The broken word game. Not Scrabble. Babble. Ominous. Watch your head. We got a few decent games in before the server started to melt. Apparently, what little USB thumb drive they have the server currently running on couldn't handle players again for the first time in 2 years. Saturday the 14th is a partial eclipse here. I'd like to try to figure out a way to stream that. I have a solar filter for my telescope. Hoping I can rig some sort of... I have so many of these arms and stuff, camera things, to like have a webcam just looking into the eyepiece. That would be interesting. I'm not gonna... I mean, it would be interesting to go see the total part of it. It's not total, but you know, I don't know what to call it. The full annular, the full ring. But it's like a 4 or 5 hour drive south into Oregon to get to that, and we just did a trip. Yeah, I forgot what time it starts. It starts early here. Like in the AM. I mean, I guess if I got a external capture card, I just hook the GoPro. I only have a lot more attachments for the GoPro. That might work better. Thoughts? The main problem is I don't have a tracking mount, so I'd have to continually adjust as the sun moves through the sky. True. I never sprung for one. Even an equatorial, not a non-motorized equatorial. I could, but then I'm not really doing a lot of astronomy lately. So dropping $711 on a new telescope mount doesn't seem like the best use of funds. Ooh, excuse me. That's trombone money. Whoa. Oh, my tea. Cold. Like my hands are cold, the tea is not.
Glory to you and your house.
Union Girl, thank you very much for 21 months in the subtub. Appreciated. Subtub. Oh man, we watched a movie yesterday that there's definitely an alert I want to make of it. How it was called. It was from 1988. And it had Jeffrey Combs in it. Of Star Trek characters. Of many Star Trek characters. And it was a real doozy. It was a real Death Race 2000 vibes. But like less less quality. Wayun and Brunt. And then he played on Enterprise the guy. The blue guy. Tron? Was that his name? Yeah, he did other just character bits. But yeah, if somebody wants to look at what movie in 1988 Jeffrey Combs was in, that's the one we watched. I mean, he was also in Lower Decks in an episode. What was the name of it? It was that memorable. He was in 2 movies in 1988. All right, that's good. That narrows it down. And they were Pulse Pounders. That wasn't the one. Dead Man Walking. Okay. Neither of those were the one. Try 1989. Robot Jocks. No. Bride of Reanimator. Okay, no, it's none of these. What? I'm pretty sure I looked at the date of the film and it was 1988. Now I have to investigate such things as these, because these are not correct. I need to look at my history. Hold on. Evil clergyman. No. Continue in the web browser. I never want your app. Oh my God. Oh, it's under 1987 here. I'm sorry. You missed all of them except the Phantom Empire. Yes, the Phantom Empire. That's what we watched. It was a real roller coaster. it's woo. Yeah. It was a real that's sorted out. But yeah, there's a really good alert that I need out of that. I remember what it was too. But yeah. It's a horrible movie, but it's funny. Look at this ice guy. It's also got the guy who played Dr. Jacoby on Twin Peaks. I mean, they assembled a team to go find a cache of priceless jewels and diamonds at the bottom of a cave where many other people had died before. Because down there were these spooky freaks of nature with very terrible Halloween masks who were cannibals. And they encountered the cannibals. But then they also encountered scantily clad loincloth bikini women who were running away from the cannibals. And then they discovered within the cave a not cave, like there was sky and everything. Then there was an alien lady, a bosomed alien lady who was stuck there, but using the loincloth bikini women as like servants. And then there were dinosaurs, stop motion dinosaurs. It was like some sort of land of the lost. There was also a robot. I forgot about the laser shooting robot. Who belonged to the alien lady who was mining the crystals he needed to fix her ship. But yes, there was a robot that seemed like a factory seconds of the Lost in Space robot, whatever that guy was called. Yeah, it definitely seemed like an old prop. It is the Lost in Space robot. See, I know my robots. I know my movie robots. How did they get a hold of that for such a high school production that was the Phantom Empire? Lost in Space robot is different. Oh, we're getting differing opinions here. Who could be right? Who could be wrong? Find out next time. I'm sure you do. I wanted a sound thing for when I ban somebody in chat, but I'd never set that up. I forgot what it was probably something I saw on Star Trek. I'm like, that would be great. Bashir killed Vic Fontaine. But yeah, that's quite the film. It's on Amazon, or like freebie Amazon with that plays ads. Whoa. I missed that jump. Need to finish roofing before the helium trees start falling. Speaking of trees, look at that inside tree over there. Ooh. Art. That's pretty cool. It's pretty much taken up like every bit of space that it possibly can. Neat. Yeah, that's where helium trees grow underground. And then when they fill up with enough helium, they just bust through the ground. So not only now in this environment do we have to worry about flaming trees falling from the sky at 400 miles per hour, but we have to worry about frequent explosive sinkholes that just open up from the ground beneath your feet. Still better than global warming. The explosions is how they spread their seeds. I mean, I figured they would spread their seeds when they fall from the sky. And that's how they get underground. They fall... They're aerodynamic seeds. Like, they look like little missiles. Like lawn darts, basically. Lawn darts! And that's how they grow underground, is that they go thunk all the way through the soft soil. So I guess that's a third hazard of the floating tree. Helium tree. But much more helium at our disposal. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I notice the jitter, but honestly, not really. The key is to keep your eye on land before time, on the land in the distance. Wolfie. Whoa, have a seat. Oh, sorry. Well, I guess you can have that torch. Listen. That'll do. Wait a minute. All right. Whoop. I am encumbered. Overly so. Cheesesteak Pringles. Didn't have that on my bingo card. All right, let's go to sleep, back up the world, and then we'll continue with Farlands or Bust when we're done with that. $54,394.2 megabytes. All right, you jelly beans. We just left off here. We backed up the world. I'm assuming successfully. I honestly, it just became second nature to me. I just clicked OK. Who's ready to continue on the expedition? With your woofs? Being ready? Ooh, Wolfie is a man. I'm stuck. Oh, wait a minute. My torch. My torch? No, the torch can stay. The workbench comes with. All right, let's go. Oh, his face was sticking through the dirt. No wonder his voice was so low. Grab Wolfie. And continue west. Here. Farlands or bust. I'm going to have to change my partner anniversary to the 5th. Aren't I? Oh, is this another spawner? Sure seems like it. Most certainly is. Well, that lasted long. Whoa, watch your step. All right. Oh. I think it's a zombie spawner. There's one chest. Oh, hello. Is this a single chester? Damn. Unless it's a double chest, I just can't see it. It ain't. Alright, what you got? A bunch of beans. Well, that's a bunch of beans. Alright. Well, can't win them all. Oh, that was my exit. Suffocate the zombie. No, no. He has to live with his choices. I do need wood. Is that, like, is that the only time you can use that @ emote? I was not informed. Shockingly. I don't remember being told by Twitch that this thing was a thing. I don't remember it last year either. What did we do last year for the partner anniversary? It wasn't Floating Block of Ice. That was 2021. That was the 10-year anniversary. I don't remember what we did last year. If anything. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the hat does go, like, on top of the Kurt Disappoint head pretty good. Or honestly, the Kurt Lull. Or that one, too. I meant the disapproval. Ruined it. Ruined it, Potamisium. Oh, we played No Man's Ski. We played No Man's Ski. For my partner anniversary. That's probably why I don't remember it. it was a complete waste of an anniversary. I mean, there was probably some updates. That I only ended up being disappointed in again. Nobody wants Echo to have any fun. You gotta be fast. You gotta be fast on the emotes. You gotta, like, have them queued up. Just be like, enter, enter. Well, now, if people are getting 3 messages in, I feel like that's... problem is on them. Another toilet. RJ Mac, what did you dream last night? I had a lot of dreams about what my girlfriend, my wife, The Kurt J wife. Mrs. J Mac. Was doing today. I can't really say. Because she was working. So, like, I can't. Ooh. Fresh. A fresh spring has sprung. What's going on up here? We got a blank. Oh, because the leaves. The leaves are there. The helium-filled leaves. They need is a way to put a hat on Kurt in the video. Well, now you're just getting into weird video filters and stuff. That would need to be in like OBS. Does OBS have that? Or is there a plugin that does that to OBS? I mean, I know there's like VTubers and stuff. That's not the same thing. I want the V to be on me. Carrying onwards. There was a tree here once. Floated away. It's a man. Look at that man. He's giving us the finger. That is kind of what it looks like. Looks less like a man from this angle, but... Ooh! Oh! We've gotten into trouble with spawners like these in the past. Wolfie knows. Particularly ones that are actively spawning. Oh, that's not the spawner I thought it was! Uh-oh. What kind of a spawner is this? Oh, God. I'm getting shot. Alright, I had to do that because Wolfie was coming. Rather late, I will add. Good thing I'm wearing diamond pants. I got more of those things. Let me guess. Golden record. Free wheat. Oh, now I can eat this cooked pork chop that I've been carrying around since we departed the Enterprise. Ah! The hell was that? What the hell was that? Am I being shot? He's looking at the pork chop. It's for me! I'm dying here. Glomp. Why were there so many zombies and skeletons? It was a bamboozle. It was the old switcheroo. I heard an arrow. Did you not hear an arrow? Oh well, I need to destroy this, because it caused us great pain. And humiliation. It blasted. Alright. That was exciting. For all the wrong reasons. This is, aside from the spawners, some interesting terrain. I'm stuck. The offset jitter is definitely worse than I remember. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't watched in the last 3 years or so, it's, we're a four texture pixels or a quarter of a block off. But you started watching again just in time. Because anywhere in the next 3 or 4 months, we're gonna pass the next jitter, which is gonna double it to a half a block. Whoa! Okay, that got me, that one. Did you see what happened there? I was trying to go down here, and then the jitter put me over there. Alright, this whole place is giving me a bamboozle. Need to find a safe way down. Is it really that close? I mean, yes. It depends on how much progress I make. Knew that was gonna happen. Oh man, they took a whole frickin' shirt from me. They took my shirt. Ah, dang. I mean, I don't have to. I don't have to go into every spawner that I see. But this appears to be the day of the spawners. Well, that's a pit right there. What do we got? Ooh, might be able to blow it up. We are replenishing our stock of wheat. Oh, we're gonna blast this to Kingdom Come. I should go back and blast the other one. What is this? Zombie spawner. Right. Wolfie, you're sitting kind of close. Have a seat. Oh. what do I need? I need another piece of sand. Workbench. Nope. Nah. Yee. Well, that's just satisfying. Well, that's just satisfying. Buck, buck, buck. Skeletna. Indeed. So my dad is visiting this weekend. And that's all I have to say about that, apparently. Spooky dad noises. I don't know. I was about to ask how many of you in your adulthood had your dad or a parent visit your adult home. I mean, I haven't seen my dad since before the happening. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pre-pandemic. I'm pretty sure is when I was in Chicago for the Mindcrack in-person marathon, which was like November of 2019. Yeah, because he visited actually that summer out here when I was living at the other place. I guess a lot of people probably live around their parents, so they just visit for a few hours or for a dinner or whatever. I guess I kind of just assume everybody's parent lives 2 time zones away from them. But yeah, the wife friend is like making up an entire list of like things to do. Mind you, he's only staying the weekend, but an itinerary. It's not an itinerary, it's just a list of various things. Like museums. Bike ride. Car show. Go see the trolls. They've apparently erected a bunch of troll statues around Seattle that can be seen. Weird place. What a weird place this is. True, options to choose from. Will you play trombone for him? I will play trombone at him if he wants. Or let me say, the girlfriend will probably make me. You know. Songs to sing at children. I mean, the last time we was here, I had the Corolla, and we went to a car show in the Corolla. Like, we didn't enter the Corolla, we just went. I drove the Corolla to a car show. And there is a car show. I mean, there's always car shows, but there's one on Sunday. Or Saturday, actually. I think. That is the most poetic description of the terrain jitters, Judge Alexander, that you've provided for us. I like the jitters personally. Walking into it feels correct. Walking perpendicular to it, suddenly it's shy. Walking diagonally to it, especially near a cliff, is terrifying. We've never had a trick-or-treater here. I don't think I ever had one at my other place either. I mean, we do kind of live off the main road on a dirt drive. It's kind of hidden, surrounded by a fence, but yeah, no. I mean, we buy candy too. But I mean, that's the other thing. Like the trick-or-treating hours are always like in the daytime here. I mean, I'm sure they are everywhere, but it's always like trick-or-treating hours are between 2 and 5 p.m. for safety, which is fine, Safety is fine. Safety is a fine thing. I mean, I remember that being the way even back in Illinois. It, like, slowly... I remember as a kid going out at dark. But that's definitely changed. Like, as far as, like, the city's rules for it. Where people are still out later, but... I mean, but then again, I guess the times... Literally, the times were different. I am much further north. In a different time zone. But it's October. It's not that dark yet. I mean, we're already past the more night than day part of the year, but... in Illinois, I remember it snowing sometimes on Halloween. I mean, maybe one time. I don't know about sometimes. Maybe once it snowed and I remembered that. Yeah, that always was something that happened. It was so cold. They had, like, you get all upset because you got a big coat on over your costume and nobody can see your costume. Well, what in tarnation happened here? Whoa. Yeah, that was weird because it was next to clay. Like, maybe it did try to grow on the clay, and then it was like, whoop, this is clay. Bloop, bloop. The noise it made. Anticlimactic. Ooh, we can sleep. Sky cactus. Ugh. One year I won a SpongeBob handmade costume incorporating actual sponge, like ocean sponge. Kept you warm until it rained, and then it just ballooned up and became 800 pounds of soaking sponge. Holy Moses. Whoa. All right. Now when I sit you up, you're not going to run backwards, Wolfie. That was my favorite game show. Supermarket Sponge. A lot of pumpkins. $14. $14 is an honest attempt. $15. Secret pumpkin. Pumpkins for my partner anniversary. This version does have statistics, but they're not accurate because I've been playing this across multiple computers. And I didn't, like, know to maintain that, but also different. Like the Minecraft installer changed the location of things when they updated the installer from like the classic offline one to the online one. Couldn't grave you with all these holes. But it also includes all the statistics from all your other games, too. So, like, it shows deaths and stuff like that because it's got, like, the other games I played. Combat Canyon and whatnot. Stranded in Minecraft. You still keep up with space news? To an extent. Space news. Why? What's the haps? What's the latest? What's on the wire? Was it Castaway? Or was it Stranded? What did I call it? Did I have Stranded? Was Stranded something I did? I don't remember anymore. Wanted your opinion on the asteroid sample. I tell you what, that asteroid sample is a real jerk. I mean, it's neat. I haven't, like, I kind of saw the stuff about when it landed and they got the capsule and everything. It's all good stuff. Yeah, I keep getting recommended that video too. I think that's the one thing that the algorithm does to everybody is recommend Tom Scott videos. I don't know which one he was at. Was that the super large telescope or extremely large telescope? Which one are they building? It's hard to keep up with. You're joking, but that is how they name them. They're building the extremely large. Is that in Chile? Whoa, murder! Oh, that phone went to the depths of hell. I got it. Ooh, buddy. Yeah, I mean, there's telescopes that do that already. That have active optics. They shoot lasers. Then compensate for the distortion that the lasers experience. Frickin' lasers. Oh. No! Ooh. Oh. Hmm. I beam this up. I'm going to take damage if I fall off of this. I made it too high. I'm a Minecrafter. I am a video games. Your dog likes the snoring noises? Ah, the tilted head. He's confused by the snoring noises. Trying to figure out where they're coming from. Dang hell blazes! Oh, it's a spider. Oh. Alright, Wolfie. Okay, Wolfie's just out having a dip. Alright. Oh, nope, he's back. Just sit there. Killed him. Okay, what have we got? An iron and 4 wheat. And a bread. Alright, we got our wheat back. Gluten. What's the record for wrecker? What's the record? What's the record for spawners found per hour? Like, not in Minecraft, but I mean in Farlands or Bust. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean there are and have been double spawners. But how many did we find right now? 5? Is that the 5th one we just found? There's all the spawners for my alleged partner anniversary day. Just need a pink sheep. We had that on the last stream, Farlands. And a mushroom on a tree, the rarest item of them all. Okay, true. Though I did find those spawners that killed Wolfie twice. Twice in a row. 3 times in a row. No, twice in a row. The third time I decidedly just went a different direction. A different direction. A different direction. I'll make a boat. Good thing that didn't happen twice. So we still do need to go back to Lumberjack Dynasty. Make it a baby. Pregante. Because it was my 600 subscriber milestone. Or was that 700? $500 was to donate. The sub number, whatever the sub number is. 600 was, I think, the Lumberjack Dynasty. 700 was the 5-hour golf stream. And then 710 was playing Battle Royale with you at the end of that stream. Why? Because no matter how many more Dynasty games they keep churning out of that butter, none can recapture the majesty, the magic, the sunshine and lollipops that Lumberjack Dynasty ever gave us. The Jackbox game. No, we're talking about the not totally a subathon that happened at the end of September. There are still a handful or 2 handfuls, let's say a handful of Blobathon, subathon milestones to get to. One of them is the Jackbox games. I bought it. One of them is, maybe we should play that with my dad. One of them is, play the old mini Nintendo games with the girlfriend. There's a couple car vlogs. There's the F3 Monuments download. I already uploaded the original Flobathon to YouTube. There's baking like it's 1800s. Or cooking or whatever. This seems like a good spot. Wolfie? There's the black tie dinner. I still gotta get my suit tailored. My tux. Wolfie, where are you going? Oh my god! I told you not to do that. You dingus. Wolfie man. No, going to Vegas and getting married didn't ever get that was 10,000 subs. Those were on the table. But we're not met. Alright. Well, that's going to do it for this stream of Farlands or Bust on October 5th, 2023. Totally not my Twitch partner anniversary. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the subs. Thanks TNT for that $100 donation to Direct Relief, bringing us to a sexy $2,000 raised for the charity. Much appreciated. Let's go to sleep. Ooh, we were so close. We should not have walked as far. 54, 54,449.9 megabytes. Could have had all fours.